What's good, y'all? It's Timbuktu, man. We at HQ, man. You know how I go, man. Shout out to everything EDSN network. ESDN, nigga. Hold on, EDSN. I don't know, nigga. It's a lot of letters, nigga. I'm dyslexic, nigga. I can't even read sometimes. I don't even know what the fuck I be saying. No, but man, I've always loved coming up here and being able to really just let it out, man. Cause these sets that I do up here, these really be from the heart. Like when I say from the heart, nigga, I ain't wrote shit down, nigga. All this shit just spilling out of me. Like, oh, gotta get it off. Gotta get it off. And it's perfect because, you know, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Like, you know, this shit, a lot of people, you know, a lot of people have been promoting it this month, and I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people's mental appreciate that because there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out here, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of screws loose around this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm pretty sure I dropped three of my screws probably like, you know, 10 years ago when I married that crazy bitch. I've been noticing a lot recently. When I say recently, I say within the last couple of years, that you gotta really allow yourself to get triggered to see how you make it out of it now. Cause this shit, you know, trauma is real. Motherfuckers be going through trauma like a motherfucker. And when you think you healed past it, you be like, yeah, I'm healed. You know, I'm healing, or I healed. You know, I done fixed all that shit, and then you get introduced to that trauma again, and you find out you ain't healed. You be like, damn, maybe I didn't do enough work for real. That's why I ain't gonna lie to you. If somebody tell me they come healed, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. It's not that you ain't putting in the work, because I never diminish what work you put in. But I can tell you, I've put in a lot of work, whole lot of work, as far as my mental go, and I can only say I'm healing. I can't say I'm healed because I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, you know, obviously I've definitely made progress. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just in I guess you could say a confrontation at work yesterday. And let's just say I handled it very well. Like everybody, even around me, said I handled it well. Shit, one of the customers almost fought for me. He was a white customer because he was going at the guy who was talking to me, which was a black guy. And he like, and this is important, so just that they black and white, you gotta understand that. He's like, don't talk to him like that. Don't talk to him like that. You know, he just doing his job. He said it just like this because it's a white man. He's doing his job. And I appreciate that. But the guy was going back at him, and he got frustrated. The white man got a little frustrated. He was like, yeah, whatever, you black bitch. We was like, damn, you had our vote. And then you just say that? Like, oh, come on, dog. Like, you went there? Come on, bruh. But you know what? We gonna let it slide because you taking up for me. And you didn't say nigga. Well, you didn't say nigga. I told my sister that. She was like, yeah, I probably called him a black bitch in that moment too. I was like, yeah, but you could say that. You could say that. That's just like saying nigga. Like, I could say nigga. He couldn't say nigga. But needless to say, they didn't fight because he's still a white man. And we was in you know, I could say where we was at. We were too late. You heard it. But if I hadn't dealt with other situations, that would have triggered me. And I wouldn't have a job right now. Not to say it like that, but I could have handled it way different. Way different. And I handled it in the best way I could. And the guy tried to check me and say, oh, you ain't being professional? I said, no, I am being professional. Very professional right now. Trust me, you don't want to see the unprofessional one. Cause all this shit would be fucked up right now. And I'd have threw you out this bitch like Jazz. Nigga, you'd have been in them. You'd have like, damn, this nigga Uncle Phil just threw me out the motherfucking building again. God damn. That shit. But it's crazy how, you know, you go through situations in your life and it can fuck you up. almost for the rest of your life. One, because you haven't been able to work towards repairing that part of your mind. Think of somebody that's been in a car accident. Not afraid to get on the freeway because they was on the freeway when the accident happened. They refuse to go do that again. Like, I know people that will not drive on the freeway. They let somebody else drive, and the whole time they still like, because they couldn't come back from it. The accident was bad. Had they back all fucked up. They on disabilities for 12 weeks and shit. Now I want to be disabled for 12 weeks. They only pay you 70%, nigga. That's terrible. I need my whole check, nigga. 70% ain't enough. Like, I'm gonna need something. That's like getting unemployment. At the same time, I'll take that 70% if y'all want to give it to me. I can make money other ways. Let me just go ahead and give that 70% of whatever job. Whatever job. But shit, motherfuckers ain't paying enough. For 70%, I'm barely making enough at 100% with my wage. I have just enough money to go to the all-you-can-eat buffet because it's cheaper. You know, you eat all day. You know, take some Ziploc bags, put it in your bag. Anyway, you got to be able to make it through, you know, whatever you're doing. And obviously, how you make it through is on you. Like, I'm never going to tell somebody how to, you know, what path they need to take to heal, because I'm not a doctor. I can just tell you what I did. Smoked a lot of weed. It helped a lot. No. I mean, it's a lot of self-awareness is what I'm looking for. But more like self-assessment is kind of what I'm really aiming for, but it's all self-awareness, I guess. Self-assessment is a lot, because a lot of people will blame something else or somebody else for some shit that they had a part of. Like, regardless of, you know, you thinking, you know, this is what was done to me, you might have did something to bring it too. And if you don't have the ability to be able to look at yourself and see what you did, then you can't assess the situation if you ain't assessed you. I mean, I think it's that fair. Like, you know, you just instantly thinking like everything it's like a why me? Sometimes why not you? This is what you did. This is how you got here. Damn, that's how I got here, nigga. And I put myself, I'll use me. Nigga, car got repoed like a couple times. The first time, it was definitely my fault. Like, I ain't paid a bill. I had the money, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm out here. But my mental wasn't together, and of course, I'm just like, I was using my divorce as an excuse. Oh, man, you know, going through a divorce, my mindset wasn't right. My mindset wasn't right, but it wasn't completely destroyed. Nigga, I could have definitely paid my bill and I got my car repoed. And that was also why I did react the way I reacted. I was just like, I can't even be mad. I was salty because I was leaving out on my way for work. I had just used my car a couple hours ago. Went outside about to leave for work, and that bitch was like, where my car at? What the fuck? I just closed the door back and went back upstairs. I was like, what? I ain't think that bitch was stolen. I knew what happened. That bitch was gone. Nigga, they was like, yeah, you want your car back? You gotta pay this much. I was like, shit, I couldn't pay it before. I can't pay 3 times. Man, that bitch gone. I went and got my shit. It was awesome. My second car, when I got it repoed, I was at a venue. Never forget this. We was at the Coda. It was Art Squared show. Shout out to my nigga Rob is Bob and Lil Rob, but he really ain't Lil Rob because I don't want to call him that. That nigga's a Kung Fu master. I seen that. But he's smaller than the other Rob physically. I won't say spiritually, because that nigga like my size. If you looked at him, you'd be like, damn, that nigga is He's small, but I say that nigga's a matter of fact. He look like a Timbuktu AI. He don't really like that, but he just you don't know that nigga. Anyway, that's my nigga. Shout out to them, man. We was doing their show, and I had walked a wonderful friend down the street, and we walked back, and I'm looking for my car as the landmark, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm still a fat nigga at this time. I did lose a little weight, so walking wasn't terrible, but I'm still a fat nigga, so I'm like, damn, are we there yet, nigga? God damn. We get closer to the venue, I start seeing people and still ain't seeing my vehicle. And I'm like, okay, where's this motherfucker at? We get closer and closer, and I was like, oh shit, my car gone. Now shout out to the homies, because they was like, shit, where the car at? Shit, we about to go find these motherfuckers. I was like, no, they rightful owners got it. You ain't even got to worry about it. That bitch gone. And it definitely, I'll say that, ruined my mental that night. And has also traumatized me to the point where if I hear a car or a big truck backing up, I get nervous. Like, no, don't take my car. No. But my bills be paid now, so it's like I ain't got to worry about it, I ain't got to worry about it. But it be stuff like that, traumatic situations. That's not traumatic enough for some people. They're gonna be like, nigga, you talking about trauma, nigga, that ain't shit. Nigga, I seen my granddaddy shoot a nigga and I seen him die in my arms. Like, damn, that's traumatic. Definitely traumatic. I ain't never seen nobody get shot. I've heard it a lot, but I ain't never seen it. So I don't know, I don't know what that would do to me. I ain't never shot a person. So I don't know what that'd do to me. That all affects mental health. And that's the reason why we have this month, to be able to improve our show. Like we're highlighting mental health, mental awareness, to highlight tools to find out how can we fix it. I'm gonna be honest, my biggest tool has been jokes. It's always been laughter. That's the reason why I do comedy. Shit, this shit is definitely a way to deal with mental health. Being able to get it off my chest, talk about it. And I didn't do this before. Like, my friends will tell you, like, I compact so much, not because I'm fat, that is a fat joke, but I hold in a lot, because it's like I don't want to put my burden on anybody else. I don't like doing that. I'm a heavy nigga. My shit might be too heavy for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like there's people that go through worse than I have. Way worse. I talk about, I don't really talk about this, but I have talked about my childhood. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. I didn't have a bed to sleep in until like 13, 14. And I shouldn't say that I didn't have a bed. I had beds off and on, but like for, I'll say a good stretch of 7 years, I was sleeping on the concrete floor. In the basement. I'll tell you right now, I missed the fuck out that floor, nigga. I knew it wasn't gonna break. It held me up. It was comfortable. I ain't gonna lie, I can't get down there now, nigga. That shit, I'm useless after that. And I need help getting up. Shit, I just slept on the floor a couple weeks ago. And I had to pee and shit. It was terrible. I'm trying to move over. I'm getting cramps because we was drinking the night before. So I'm dehydrated. So I'm trying to hold the shit, the cramps, the piss. It was nuts. I'm laying on the floor. I was at my homie's house. They had a big ass elephant on the wall, and I was looking to that elephant for strength. I'm like, please, Mr. Elephant, help me. I swear to you, it was so bad. That nigga talked back to me. He was like, you got this, my nigga. You got this. You are one of us. I said, is that another fat joke, Elephant Man? He's like, yes, nigga, get your fat ass up. You got this, nigga. I was like, you right. You right. I got up off that floor. I mean, I might have shit in my drawers on the way up, but hey, I got up. And I did make it to the bathroom. So majority of the shit got into the toilet. I sat there for about 45 minutes because that was a struggle. That was a real struggle. But even though that was a part of my childhood that some people might consider tough. I know that was people that I grew up with that were foster kids. That shit was way tougher for them. You got the outside world talking about you being a foster kid on top of the stuff that happens there. Now, the family that they grew up with, that house itself was, I would say, more of a safe haven. Obviously, it still had its issues. That is what it is. But I've heard from them horror stories about not being in that house. I never had to go through that. So I know with that alone, that shit could be worse. And that's what helps me get through my traumas. That and making a joke. I'm going to make a motherfucking joke. I'm going to make a joke about something. Me and my cousin, we both had situations where we were dads. And then we became not dads. Due to, our situations were different, definitely. But we were father figures. And then we no longer were father figures. We call each other on Father's Day and say, happy used to be Father's Day, nigga. Because that's how we get through. We gonna make some dark shit light. It's gonna happen. That's just what we do. And that's our way to getting through traumatic situations. That's our way of improving our mental health. It's a way to keeping above float, floating above water and not drowning in the sorrows and all this other shit. I found my way early. I was fortunate. I've been joking literally since day one. I came out my mama like, what up, doc? Nigga, you ugly as fuck. Like, I grew up in a family where you couldn't have thin skin. Nigga, my grandma was a straight shooter. She is a straight shooter. Let me say that better. Her birthday was just Sunday. Shout out to my grandma. I went to go spend some time with her. And I don't see her enough because I grew up in her house. She was the cement floor I was sleeping on. She told us that she was at church. She's a very spiritual lady. I won't say religious, but she believe in what she believe in. She believe in the Lord for sure. She raised me that way. She raised us that way. I had other questions. I was like, Grandma, why? But I'm gonna leave that where it's at. But she was at church, and they was asking her like, you should do this or do that and stay after church. She was like, I can't. My grandkids is coming to see me. Nigga, that warmed my heart. I was like, I need to come over here more often, Grandma. Plus, she be cooking. She had macaroni and cheese and wings on the stove. I was like, I gotta come back, Grandma. I gotta be back. I need to come here more often. But it was just, getting to see her and stuff like that. But she is a straight shooter. She is a straight shooter. When I tell you, she was the first person to ever insult me and give me something that goes towards the insult. She told me, I ain't buying you no more fat clothes. You gotta lose some weight. But I made some pork chops and some mashed potatoes and corn and in there if you want some. I was like, yes, I definitely want some. she that's just how she is. She mean it. But she still bought me some fat clothes, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Grandmas, they just be saying shit. But she meant that shit. She was like, I guess this nigga ain't gonna lose weight. I'm gonna buy these fat ass clothes. That's how she felt. But you had to have thick skin growing up, so jokes is gonna fly. it was funny just being over there. My dad and my uncles, they stay there with her, take care of my grandma and stuff. And them niggas some nuts. Especially my uncle, that nigga's funny. I think that's where I got my comedy gene from. Or at least just being able to be quick with it with certain shit. Being around that definitely, let me know how they dealt with their mental battles per se. My dad beat cancer. He had prostate cancer, which is crazy because my grandfather, he passed from prostate cancer. My dad got it. So that got me scared. Like, somebody got to go on my ass to check and see if I got it. I'm next. I don't want this. But it was tough for him, man. When he got it and went through it, that initial, I'll say, emergency. My dad was in a fucked up mental space. I had never heard my dad like this. My dad was like down. He was like, "Oh, nigga, that's it. Like, I'm just gone. Like, I'm just not gonna fight it. I just want to say I love you." And I was like, "Nah, fuck that, Dad. What you doing? We fighters over here. Shit, Grandpa even fought. Nigga, you ain't about to not fight." And it was like instant. I'm not gonna cap. When I said that, obviously, I didn't see the self-reflection part because I wasn't with him the whole time. My grandma was more with him. But it was like the next time I talked to him, this nigga was like, "You right. Well, yeah, we fighting this. This is how we fighting it, blah, blah." My nigga beat that shit, man. He beat that shit. He got to ring the bell. You can go on my Instagram, TIMBUKTU_31. You'll see today he went in there, rang that bell. He beat that shit. When I talked to him Sunday, when we was over there, he was like, "Yeah, man, my number's doing good, blah, blah." I'm gonna be honest, my dad wasn't in the doctors growing up. When my dad went to the doctor, that I seen maybe twice. One is because he went to the emergency room because he was hooping. Somebody came down, basically bit his shit, and he was bleeding, and he was bald too, so you can see all that shit. Got stitches. I remember that shit because I was in the doctor's face like, "Yeah, nigga, let me stitch one. Can I stitch one?" Never forget that shit. I say that time. And matter of fact, it could be just that one. It might be just that one. The second time might have been when I seen my sister born. He wasn't the doctor. He was just in that motherfucker. So to hear him actually going to the doctor faithfully, finding out his numbers, like, "Yeah, I'm good." That let me know, like, he did some self-analyzing. He went in, he said, "You know what? You're right. I am gonna fight, and this is how I'm gonna fight it." I have the luxury of having people in my life that will go and self-assess themselves and figure out if they was wrong. Shit, me and my cousin, anytime we have a conversation that is along those lines, first thing we say, "Am I wrong?" All right, so that tells me what mental space we got to be in. And let me hear you out. "Yeah, nigga, you was wrong." "Yeah, but blah, blah." I mean, I get that, and I see your point, but nigga, you was wrong. All right. Same thing with me. If I call, all right, am I wrong? Tell him the situation. You're like, "Yeah, nigga, you was wrong." But ain't no buts, nigga, you was wrong. I'm like, damn. We got that iron sharpens iron type of mentality. Definitely, never putting the blame on somebody initially. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna say, did I go about this the right way? And that helps you mentally too, because and I should rephrase that. That helps you mentally in the situation to be able to attack the situation correctly. Attack is aggressive. But seriously, you got to be able to approach the situation the right way. And if you don't have the ability to self-assess, you could say in the moment, you might come off incorrect trying to defuse or even fight your point. That's why when you argue with your girl, make sure you calm, dog. Just make sure you calm. Like, let her yell. Don't say, well, let her yell. You don't want to be yelled at, but you ain't got to yell back because she yelled. You can calm down and be like, hey, I hear you. Because, the whole neighborhood heard you. But this is what it is, And when you have those tools, you can heal, continue to heal. You can at least start to heal. I don't know where you are in your healing process. But like I said, healing is an ongoing process. You could feel completely healed. Think you good because you done talked about the situation enough that it doesn't make you cry when you talk about it now. But until you back in that situation, you don't know how you're going to react. Mental healthness. That sounds crazy. Mental health awareness month is a way to highlight what it is, because a lot of people don't even. I'll say nowadays it's definitely way more forward than it ever been. 100% way more forward. But it's still not a focal point. Therapy isn't enough. Therapy is great. I never say don't go to therapy. And I've never been to therapy. But I've have therapeutic situations or therapeutic moments with the people that I love, people that I have opinions I value, people that I know is going to give it to me straight and not to coddle me, to pacify me, to say the things that I want to hear. Like I said, me and my cousin, this conversation could be passionate as fuck, and neither one of us agree with what we're talking about, just because we are having this argument to sharpen our skills to understand that we have to make a valid point. We ain't trying to be lawyers, but we trying to also be able to, what's that word? Were you trying to be vocal about something with that? What's that fucking word? I don't even know. But y'all know the word, where you say it, I'm not vernacular because that's not the one I'm looking for. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, we're going to come back to that, but you got to be able to vocalize yourself correctly. What is that word? God damn it. That shit going to fuck me up the whole time. We're going to be at the end of the set, and I'm like, what is that fucking word again? You got to be able to say what you need to say without, how can I say this? You don't want to lose the value in your statement. You can overtalk your statement and you'll go down a rabbit hole trying to explain one word you said when that's not even the point. It's not even the fucking point. Just like the word I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck is that goddamn word? Damn. Laugh, what's the word? You know the word. You don't know the word? God damn it. You don't know the word either. We smart though. I promise we smart. Y'all gonna know the word. Like, as a matter of fact, that's the name of this fucking set. we gonna know the word. But you gotta be able to do that. That word. And to get your point across, because it's not communicate. It's not communicate. It's definitely not communicate. It's a specific word. People know this fucking word. The word is very niche. People have definitely overused it. Yes. It's definitely a very overused word. By the way, man, shout out to HQ, man. You see this fucking rug, nigga? Oh shit, I fucked it up. But y'all see this goddamn rug? Oh, y'all can't see the rug. No. I'm glad y'all can't see the rug. I'm glad y'all can't see the rug. I got this rug so nice I had to take my shoes off. Listen, I was not about to fuck this rug up. This rug too white. This rug nice as hell. It feel good too on my feet. It's like tickling. That's why I've been doing this all day. Like, cause it's like nice on my feet. I like it. But mental health is important, man. I know a lot of people probably think that when I'm getting depressed, I do depressive eating. It's not true, guys. It's not true. I eat for everything, nigga. It don't even matter. I eat because it's a sunny day. I eat because it was raining. I eat because I was happy. I sing because I'm free. What's the song? I eat because I'm free. That's the reason why I eat. Anyway. Anyway. It was crazy. I know the title of that song, but don't know the goddamn word. Anyway. I do the opposite. When I'm actually depressed, I don't eat. So if you ever see me smaller than I usually am, ask me if I'm okay. Like, you all right? You good? If I don't tell you, oh yeah, I just been dieting and shit like that, make sure I'm okay. Because if I say, yeah, no, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm good. You know, I just been, you know, yeah. Don't believe me. As a matter of fact, give me a rib bone right away. Like, look, nigga, I don't know what you got going on, but here go a burger, nigga. I know whatever you got. You need a hug too? Give me one. I might need a hug. Shit. If I don't say I've been fasting. If I don't tell you that, check on me. Make sure I'm good. Because sometimes I don't be good, but I can hold myself great. Because I don't want to put my burden on others. I also like to uplift. Because I could be having the worst day in the world. But if I can make my environment feel good, I'm going to get better. That's the reason why I do comedy. It's another reason why I do comedy, I should say. I like when my environment feels good. That helps my mental health. That's why it's nice as fucking here. This motherfucker rug, nigga, I feel good. Shit. Y'all can't see this motherfucker, but it feels good. Y'all just don't know. It's gonna smell like my feet after I leave, but this is a nice rug. It's a nice rug. I had a tough battle. You know, I was telling y'all with the divorce thing. I had to really find who I was again. It was a huge blow because I had invested my whole being to that situation. I don't know. And let me take a step back. We're good now. Like that's my homie. We ain't like we talk every day, nothing like that. But we got respect for each other. We mess each other on birthdays. Like, we good. But when that shit fell apart, that shit was like it was nuts. I had to find out who I was as an individual, because I wasn't an individual. I was an entity. I'm still kind of entity. I got a lot of titties too. But it was a whole thing, relearning who I am as an individual. I knew what I liked. I knew what I wanted to do, shit like that. But I didn't know who I was without this person. Because I had, I was dedicated to that in the way, it was like a rug was pulled from under me, which is almost impossible. I would love to see somebody do that. That's probably like crazy. If you ever got a rug. I don't want it to happen to me, but if somebody was, to go ahead, pull a rug from under me, that shit probably not. But it was that type of situation where it was abrupt. Like, niggas was doing good. At least I thought we was. And she like, yeah, nigga, I ain't happy. Damn. We could figure it out. Nah, nigga. I ain't figuring shit out, nigga. You out of here, nigga. Well, like that. We separated. It wasn't no, I lived with her, she lived with me. No, it was a whole thing. We lived together. And we separated completely. But that shit fucked me up. When I thought I was healed from it, I was put in another situation where I realized I wasn't healed from it. Back to what I was saying with, you gotta be willing to be faced with your trauma to be primed for when you are faced with your trauma again. One time ain't enough sometimes. The second time really showed me, okay, this is where I'm fucking up at to make myself have to go through this trauma. It took me a minute to figure that shit out. And I still ain't even got it all figured out. Remember, I told you, healing. I gotta be fit in that situation again to let you know what's gonna happen next. Be like, look, nigga, I did all right this time. I did all right. I made it this time. It was great. We fought a strong battle. Nigga doing a press conference. Nigga, yeah, we did amazing. I just kept fighting. Without being, and this is something that, like I said, I've realized within the last couple of years, really, in being able to put it into this set. This just happened last week, where I put it in my head like, damn, you really gotta be battle tested, almost, to be able to fight your battle. It's motherfuckers out here fighting battle with mental health and losing. But there's also motherfuckers out here that's fighting a battle with mental health that are winning. And this is the example I want to use. Look at Michael Beasley and look at Delonte West. Michael Beasley is in a battle with mental health, and I feel like the nigga's winning. He's still in the battle, but that nigga's winning. From what I see from Delonte, from what I've seen, and I don't know these men personally, so I can never take my opinion on this anywhere than surface level. He's losing his battle. But you can't assume that these motherfuckers is just weaklings. Mentally weak. If anything, they probably some of the stronger ones because they're continuously fighting. Motherfuckers that quit that fight early. Hence the semicolon. The ones, that either has made it or representing somebody that hasn't. It's a tough battle. Mental health is a tough battle. It's a tough fight. I'm fortunate that my battles have been like quick bouts. At most. I'm not fighting a war with mental health. Obviously, I might be talking to that motherfucker every day. We might be in discussions. We don't know when the next war might happen. We don't know when the next battle's gonna happen, But it's important that you are at least aware that you have to work on it. Because if motherfuckers didn't work on it, man, this shit would probably be way worse than it is out here. way worse. Y'all see that shit just blink out like that, nigga? That shit was sexy as fuck. Y'all see that shit, man? Give it up to Everything You Did Some podcast, Everything You Did Some network. Give it up to G on the grind. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait till this weekend. Y'all niggas don't even know. Y'all won't know because it's gonna be afterwards anyway. But I'm excited. What much time we got? We got 40. That's kind of perfect, nigga, because I gave y'all niggas more than I wanted to give y'all. But this was amazing. Continue to work on you. You know, you can't love on anybody else if you don't love on you. You know, shout out to the mental health warriors out there that are promoting it, that are giving you the tools. Shout out to the mental health workers, the ones that do it every day, not just here for the month. Shout out to my squad. Shout out to my tribe. Shout out to my family. Shout out to the ones that helped me move forward. Shout out to the hands that be blessing these foods, these plates that be making me happy every day. No, but I'm Timbuktu, NHQ. We out, man.